Welcome to Big Monday here on ESPN. Packed house here at Fertitta Center. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. And a good battle here tonight. New rankings just coming out. Houston is ranked number 6 as they play host to the Baylor Bears. And welcome courtside, everybody. John Shambi and Fran Fraschilla. Chris, a little over 7,000 this place holds. Tipped around and eventually Sharp controls, and Milos Uzan has it.
All right, now Baylor did this Saturday. They went to the 1-1-3 zone. Obviously, they're going to try to keep Omier out of foul trouble with this zone.
They've had stretches under Scott Drew where zone had been their primary defense.
Exactly, John, when they were really long.
Omier pulls down a rebound of the Uzan miss and a peek at the Baylor starting lineup.
And they will absolutely spread the floor. You'll see a lot of 4-out ball screens by Omier. And they'll try to create some mismatches if they can.
Edgecombe pass intercepted by Sharp. Here's Cryer, the former Baylor Bear. And one of the things with this Houston team, we talked about how good they are defensively. They actually lead the conference in three-point shooting as a team at about 39%. As if on cue, Emmanuel Sharp.
So wait till Monday.
Scott Drew said, thanks a lot, sarcastically. Loose ball, and eventually Langston Love comes up with it, is able to get it to right. And now Roach, ball fake, jumper, got it, and that's a 3. And we're tied up.
Well, they'll need Jeremy.
Here's L.J. Cryer down. Cryer, their top scorer, as they feed Roberts. Up and under, wouldn't go, but the putback from Tugler will fall.
And Omier is going to be very lonely in there tonight because he's going to have to deal with a lot of big bodies.
And be careful that he doesn't get into foul trouble.
Absolutely.
Right, the double team comes and then Tugler drops back. Omier going to work, reverses it and puts it in. North Chad Omier. In rebounds, total rebounds, North Chad Omier. Started at Arkansas State, then Miami, and now in Waco. Roberts contested, and they get the foul on Omier.
And that's what he cannot do. He's got to keep his hand out of the cookie jar.
Roberts has been here for 6 of them.
He has. He really has. He's learned what he's doing for this team offensively, defensively is
play through it, but you can see when he's coming up and down the court.
Roberts is steal. Toss up ahead. Sharp back to Cryer. And the knuckles not bothering him.
The one guy that has to settle down for Baylor right now is B.J. Edgecombe. He's got 3 turnovers.
Love puts it on the floor. Physical player, Langston Love, and he gets that to drop. Sharp. Edgecombe rebounds. They don't have numbers. Omier puts it on the floor and lays it in.
This is what's going to happen with Baylor, John. They're going to be able to
really going to score.
That's right.
Uzan here with Roach on him. Shot clock is under 10. Roberts spinning, goes right hand and gets it to go. Court.
Little man-to-man now by the Bears. They do a lot of switching. Well, they have during the season.
Cryer hesitates, flips it up and in. He's so good at that little floater shot in the paint.
You know about baseball. You got a fastball, curveball, changeup. Same thing with scoring.
Kick out right, and that'll go.
Oh, you love this kid, man. He's only a freshman. This is a young
5 start from the floor. And just a 2-point Houston advantage. Roberts inside and finds Tugler for the flush.
Can get to a Final Four, Alabama, Auburn, San Diego State. I believe this is a better team than the team that Jamal Shed ran a year ago because they're healthy and they're deep.
Roach step back and he drains it.
Basically a 5-guard offense.
Uzan able to hit. The Oklahoma transfer buries it.
Well, Love and Roach got confused.
Spinning. Feed for Roberts. Roberts being harassed. And the follow there. And the flush from Francis. And the lead is 6. Uzan directing traffic. Looking for some help. Left his feet. And he was lucky. That ends up in Wilson's hands and he knocks it down. How about this? Just about 12 minutes in, and the prize freshman B.J. Edgecombe hasn't even taken a shot. Wright drawing the contact, and Robert Wright, Delaware, 83% from the line.
#1 defense in the country, and Kentucky the #2 offense. So something will give. A little pressure now by Baylor.
Edgecombe not quite able to get his hands on it. They break pressure. Roberts inside, and when it finishes with him, that's too easy.
Yeah, but that's because O'Meara won't commit that second foul.
The lead is 10 for the Cougs. Langston Love got it. Now Love, who had off-season.
Actually, that game, Manhattan, Oklahoma, Kelvin Sampson and I became dear friends after that.
Mark Hendrickson, by the way, as Wilson goes to the basket and spins it home. Rebound pulled down by Tugler, and Houston the other way, leading by 9. Wilson to the corner. Good active hands. Here's Edgecombe. Look out, everybody. Man, he is something to watch. I mean, just advantage. Arsenault. Arsenault lost the handle. Gets it back. Kick to the corner and Sharp. And that rattles out. Good rebound.
Now are kind of up for grabs. The 2 Rutgers players have been.
It is Anthony Edwards. He said, but it was Buddy Hield that gave him.
And this, as I said, with the front line that Houston has, a bad lineup to be without Ojonwuner.
Well, again, don't lose sight of the fact this was a team, Chris mentioned it in the open. They were preseason #8 in the AP poll. So a lot of talent.
Great, and now obviously that's it. It'll be 4.
Edgecombe fouled, and he will go to the line.
Trade a young NBA superstar. You never, ever trade.
Doncic making his debut. We like.
This is a big 4 minutes for Baylor because they're hanging around.
Edgecombe looking for space, gets at the basket, and puts it home.
There's some time and space. Did a nice job right there.
Another 3.5 to go. Cryer wide open. And the offensive rebound from Tugler. Sharp will try and hit. And that's what the offensive rebounding of Houston leads to. A made 3.
They get 10 more field goals a game than opponents because they turn you over and they crush you on the offensive glass.
Edgecombe. Little Euro step, soft touch, and it's good. And all of a sudden, VJ Edgecombe's got 8.
Harder to rebound out of it, and this guy's a handful right here.
Roberts looking for space. Celestine active hands. Uzan, nice shot on the baseline.
And we don't talk as much about Uzan.
And Jamal Shed, that was about as steady as it gets. Love bullying on Sharp, and a foul on the floor, I believe. Softer than Parquet Margarine. Parquet Margarine in the.
I don't know what does.
And you know, to put a cap on it, Chris, he chose Houston as much as.
Cryer, quick disadvantage on O'Meara. Tugler, size advantage, and uses it to his advantage dropping that one home over Edgecombe.
How smart was that? They recognize.
Like a pretty good pass. Kelvin Sampson,
Yeah,
frustrated on the sideline.
Look at
Good
this.
look. O'Meara throws it down. Timeout, Houston.
But regardless of who fouls, because they need everybody in the second half not to be in foul trouble, John. Unless it's a scoring opportunity and you can give one, I would stay away from that. See, they're trying to give one.
By 8. Uzan to Roberts, back to Uzan. And they get a foul.
So now it's a free.
Down to 4 seconds.
What happens if they score here?
Pryor inside, floater short. And the first half comes to a close. Houston, number 6 team. Right, tosses back. Edgecombe at the basket.
He's got to shoot that. Can't get hung up in the air that way.
Pryor hesitates. The give off. Arsenault puts it home. Emmanuel Sharp and his impact in the second half.
Oh boy, too
Pryor
easy.
wide open.
Too easy.
Big. Right against Uzan, right off the window, and he draws the contact. Yeah, now the youngsters was one of those guys, whether you're talking about maybe
At the end of the season, John, in 17 of the last 18 years at Baylor. Think about that.
Yep.
Manu LeCompte and Tweedy Carter. Watch this guy.
Pryor starting to heat up, and he's got 11. The lead is 15, right? Looking for some help. O'Meara. Norchad O'Meara behind the back. Whoa!
Pretty move. The schools that they played for their coaches, and they are great assistant coaches. I've watched them both grow up, and it's really fun. And there's a nice cut right there.
Back cut, Arsenault to throw down. 2
of those freshmen.
Houston has only turned it over twice here in this game. Arsenault puts it on the floor. Hangs, can't hit. Tugler the follow. Arsenault not able to knock.
Basketball team, Madison Booker, young lady from Mississippi. She had a monster game. And
Love swings it, Edgecombe. They're down by 16. Kick out, Celestine can't hit. And the follow is Edgecombe as he puts it in. He's got 10.
Baylor's got to keep the ball moving. They've got to shoot the.
Nunn, good shooter. Short with that one. Rebound, Love. He'll try and hit. And it's down. Arsenault does well to collect and get it to a teammate, and now Pryor handles.
That's a 50-50 ball that in this building is a 90-10. You have no doubt the white jerseys are going to come up with it.
Roberts, reverse, rolls it home. 10 for Joe.
Excuse me, NC State. Iowa State, sorry about that, Cyclone fans. There's a rumor we might be in SEC country in a couple weeks, John. I wouldn't mind that. There you go.
Feed inside, Norchad O'Meara the stuff.
Kelvin's not going to like that. It paint area.
Wilson using the screen from Roberts and drives to the basket and puts it in.
Yeah, Norchad.
Time victory, that thriller, improbable win against Kansas in Lawrence. Edgecombe. O'Meara for straight on, and he buries it, and all of a sudden it's down to 10. Celestine pops out on Uzan, picks up his dribble. Shot clock is under 5 now. Sharp at the basket and gets bailed out.
Yeah, I honestly think he was tripping and falling down on his own, but he's so good at.
That's his first missed, officially not Fran Fraschiller's fault.
We did not mention it.
Houston's largest lead, 16. And Baylor hanging around. Omier, a couple of ball fakes, and he draws the foul. Norchet Omier will go to the line and shoot Chris Button.
We do remember that game. In order to do that, though, Scott Drew wants his team wanting to speed things up, play with a little bit more tempo.
But, right now, they can't stand prosperity.
From the corner, Wilson off the mark. Francis, offensive rebound, kick out, Sharp wide open, and he hits it.
And redshirted because he broke his foot as a high school senior. He had a rod in his leg for 2 years here.
Uzan off the glass, score it. Milos Uzan, brilliant move, takes the contact and a chance at a three-point.
To go. Take a look right here, downhill. His first big game at Houston was against Auburn in a nail biter here in Houston, and he was in foul trouble the whole night and really didn't help them. But look at that team. John,
Greet everybody.
Great
he was
stuff.
fun. Yeah, wasn't he fun?
Hey,
Yeah,
by the way,
time.
I did a little research on the Toronto current roster. How about the number of Big 12 guys that we would know from there? Ochai Abaji's on the team.
Celestine buries the second. Zan to inbound. By the way, that free throw from Celestine, the first bench point for Baylor.
The Cal transfer in his 5th year as a grad student. Already has his Cal degree and
protocol. He played just 4 minutes, didn't score.
follow college basketball, have high hopes for JoJo, and I do too, but as they adjust their style of play.
Uzan hesitates, lost the handle, spins it home and takes the foul, and he'll go to the line. Man, is he having...
He's a jet, coast to coast. 6'2" guard from San Antonio.
Tugler the rebound.
The easiest rebound Joe Tugler will ever have at Houston. He didn't even have to jump.
Cryer hesitates, kick out, Arsenal wide open.
Hey, if you do not like being a gym rat.
Cryer. L.J. Cryer knocks that one down, and he's got 14. His 4th three-pointer of the game. And this one is turned into a blowout. Omier bullies his way to the basket of the stuff.
See the depth of this Houston team, which I said earlier, John, and I think it's a better team than the team that was ranked 1 or 2 or 3 last year.
Edgecombe with the takeaway as Sharp turns it over. Edgecombe at the basket, able to spin it home. Cryer probing, dribbles out and gets it to Arsenault. Shot clock's at 7. Uzan got to do something here. Inside, that's something. A two-handed stuff for Terrence Arsenault. He's got 11.
Nice patient job by
Houston's only turned it over 5 times. Roach, jumper, off the mark. Good offensive rebound from Norchet Omier. Up and under, and that will go.
Because you don't play till Saturday. There are no buys in the league this year because of the 20-game schedule. Next year, John, will go back to 18, which I think is smart. 20 is too many.
Uzan inside, and Roach collects the foul. Off with the first, and then it is Alabama. They're number 2 in the country. They'll take on
one after losing at home, which to me is the right thing to do.
Wright will try and hit. Rob Wright buries a 3. Under 3 to go in this one. It's been all Cougars. Wilson leaves his feet, and they get Miller on the foul.
I would say, are they going to transfer? No, they need to learn the system.
Not the only player with famous lineage. Chase, that wouldn't fall. Flying in is Edgecombe. Langston Love, and that three will go.
They need that.
Love will try and hit Langston Love, and all of a sudden it's 11.
I guess he's playing himself into shape.
It's an 11-0 Baylor run. Now they get the foul on Roach. Injured in their win on the road against Colorado.
We've seen it.
Loose ball, Edgecombe pulls it down. And Edgecombe draws the foul. Half the time, and he said, "Me too."
Yes.
And then he said, "By the way, I promise."
That should do it.
So Houston at home, the Cougs pick up the win and knock off Baylor. An embrace between Scott Drew and Kelvin Sampson. Our final here from Fertitta Center. Houston 76, Baylor 65.